Hi everyone, my name is Eva Gray Kantoma. I'm from Greatest Card Design Concept. This is actually my WhatsApp contact. You can reach me on this number or you can call me, okay? Now these are the list of softwares which I've covered on our YouTube channel. They are very much available on that channel. You can visit the channel and actually keep yourself busy. We now teach all of the softwares on our Telegram platform, or we'll give you the software, we'll guide you on how to install it and also how to crack it on your system, okay? We'll guide you through the process of design for 40 days until you attain mastery, okay? Um, you want to register with us, you can actually DM me on that contact or you can as well call me, okay? Um, Today I'll be taking you through an introduction of what's sap2000, okay? We have covered structural designs, mechanical and electrical service drawings, architectural working drawings, road designs, and um, water designs on that channel, okay? Just go down below the description of this video. You'll find a link to that channel. Visit the channel and actually keep yourself busy, okay? You see this environment, it looks more like the e-tabs, okay? If you are familiar with the e-tabs software, okay, which I have covered on my YouTube channel, is very much available there, okay? Here you see, here we have under this file new model, where you can actually create a new model, okay? You can actually do your modeling. You assign the sections, the properties, okay, and then the materials, okay? Everything can be assigned from here. Sorry, it's actually loading. Let me close down some of the softwares. Okay, and now it's still loading. Okay, here you can see we have blank, we have grid only, okay? These are grids. You can see the grids. You can actually create a new grid if you want to. You can see the beam, okay? You can see two trusses, three trusses, and 2D frames, okay? 3D frames, you have the wall, we have the flat slab, okay? You are dealing with flat slab, okay? You have the shell, you have staircases, storage structures, okay? Underground concrete, solid models, pipes and plates, okay? If you stay through the end of this training, okay, this is actually going to be the introductory part of this training, um, which is this training is actually going to be in series, okay? um, Here you can actually choose your units of measurement that you want to be using in your designs. You can see here, this is kilonewton millimeter, kilonewton meter, okay? So, and then you can see the default material is actually in United States. uh, so if you are used to using British standard or your Euro code, you can actually go for Europe, okay? And then you can actually make a choice here. I'm going to make it in millimeter, so I'm going to have kilonewton millimeter, okay? Now if I'm actually creating a new drawing, I may not want to use any of this, but later once we go deeper into the training, I'm going to be explaining all of these vividly for us, okay, to see. Right now I'm going to click on, let's go to modify and show this, okay? You can see the company name, the name of your company, the name of the clients that you're doing the design for, the project name, project number if you have a lot of designs, okay? This is actually, you just give it a number, model description, revision number, frame, engineer, your name, checker, the engineer who is going to check your design, Okay, and then the supervisor, the design code that you actually use, um, all of that you can actually fill this in while you are printing out your reports and your design. It's actually going to appear. Okay, so I'm going to click on this blank. So if I click this, you can see you have two windows here. You have this is actually showing you that this is a 3D view. This is actually also a 3D view. So if I actually click on this, okay, and then I can actually, okay, you can see this is where to switch to 3D. Here you can switch to your X and Y view. Okay, this is X and Z. This is Y and Z view. Okay, um, I'm going to switch this to X and Y. If I switch this to X and Y, you can see here we have X here and then Y here. Okay, so it's actually in two dimension, as you can see what we have here on this particular window. Here we have our X, we have our Y, and then we have our Z. Okay, um, if you already love what you're seeing, why not like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel. um, it's actually free. Just click on the red button down below. You will just see that red button written subscribe. Click on it and you have subscribed already. Okay, you can drop down a comment, drop a comment down below if you love what we are doing. Okay, you can as well share this video, okay, to encourage us, so as for many people to see what we are doing. Okay, and then if I come to my edit, you can see here I have copy, I have paste, I have delete, I have extrude, I have move. If you have been following on eTabs, I have explained all of this. The environment is more like the eTabs environment, which I have explained vividly on my training on eTabs. Okay, you can see the views here. Some of these I may not really go deeper into them. You can see here your materials, where you can specify your materials. Okay, here you can see the materials here is 30, 37. Okay, but you can actually modify, or you can actually add a new material. You can see the grade of concrete here is actually 50, and you can see the region here is actually United States. So if I switch this to Europe, that means we are actually going to be using the Euro code here for the steel design. Okay, so for economical purpose, let's say I use 275. Okay, and then the standard I'm going to leave it as this. Okay, uh, this is for steel. Okay, I'm just trying to explain all of this. You can see this is actually added here down. If I want to add a new material, okay, I think that was not okay, that was not added. Okay, this is, and you can as well delete. Okay, you can see if I just click on this and then I delete this. Okay, I can delete any of this. Okay, so if I am to, let's say I add another new material, I can, this is in Europe, this is for steel, this is for concrete. You can see we have for tender, for reinforcement bars. Okay, rebar means reinforcement bars. Okay, so for concrete, if I switch this, I'm going to use 20/25. That is the characteristic strength of concrete. Okay, and then I click on OK. You can see it's actually added. I can decide to modify this, okay, and then give it a name, give it a better name. If I name it concrete, okay, so this looks more like concrete. You can see here all the properties, the modulus of elasticity, everything is as default. Okay, you don't actually need to tamper with this. Everything as it is here is actually okay based on the grade of concrete. Okay, So I can as well add new material as well here. I can just add for, let's say, okay, this is for concrete. Let's say we add for reinforcement bars. Okay, and then I click on OK. You can see this is actually for my reinforcement bar. Okay, okay, if I go back to my define section properties. Okay, we are done with materials. Okay, let's come to section properties. This is actually for my frame, which is actually my for my beams, and then for my columns. Okay, if I click on this, uh, import new property, I'm not going to import. Let's say I add a new property. You can see this is for steel, this is for built up steel, this is for concrete. Okay, so for the concrete I can just choose a steel section. Okay, you can see this is for channel, this is an I section, this is T, this is angle, whatever steel section you actually want to use for your design. Okay, so let's say we are adding for a concrete, a rectangular uh, concrete, okay, section. Okay, and then if you can remember, we added the material the other time, which I named concrete 20/25. This is this is strength of concrete, and it's actually euro. Okay, this section name as well, I can actually change that name. Let's say I name this beam 230 by 230 beam. Okay, so I can actually name this as it is. The depth of the beam, let's say this beam is actually 450, and then the width is actually sorry, this is a beam. Okay, so I name it 230 by 450. I'm sorry about that. And then the width is actually 230, for example. Okay, um, you can see what we have here. You can see this section here is actually going to look like this, based on the depth is 450 and the width is actually 230. You can see set modifier. I don't need to go into this. Concrete reinforcement. Okay, these are for the longitudinal bars, confinement bars, and the legs. Okay, I'm going to leave everything here as it is. If I come here to the section property, based on the characteristic strength of that concrete, every value here I'm going to leave. It is actually very much okay as it is. Okay, so everything here, as you can see, is actually very much editable, but I'm actually going to leave everything here as it is, but I can as well even change whatever I want to change here. As you can see here, the number of confinement bars we have in 3 directions. We have number of confinement bars in actually 2 direction. Okay, so if you look at from this diagram here that we have here, you can see this direction here is the 3 direction, this direction here is actually the 2 direction. So what if for example I decided to make this 2 and I decide to make this 2 as well. Okay, so once you make any changes here, you see it, the effect here on our diagram is actually going to affect this here. Okay, going to take effect here. We have the longitudinal bars. Okay, we have okay, so if I click on okay, okay, sorry about that, let's say this. Okay, good. Now you can see these are the longitudinal bars. members, okay, which is 2 2 if I just want my reinforcement to be 2 2. Okay, you can actually play with this to whatever you want to achieve, okay, based on your design. If this is very much okay, it's going to pass from my design. If it's not okay, you will see it showing you that it has actually failed. Okay, once we go deeper into the design, I'm going to take you proper into all of this. Still on define, if you come on define, if you come down to your section properties, if you come to your frame sections, just as we did for beams, we can as well add a new property for our column. Okay, on section property, if I come to my area section, you can see for shell, you can actually use this for your slab. Okay, just like the way we did for our columns, this can actually be used for our slabs too as well. Okay, this is actually okay for area, for reinforcement bar size, for links. You can see reinforcement bar size. Okay, you can add, you can modify, you can delete whatever that is actually here existing. Come back to define. These are load patterns, this for load cases, this for load combinations. Okay, where you have a combination of loads, your life loads and your dead loads. Okay, with a factor of safety multiplied. Okay, and then the building is actually going to be subjected to different loadings, how the building is actually going to behave and all that. Okay, everything here. Okay, I'm going to be explaining that later once we go deeper into this training. Okay, for these are just tools, okay, that you can actually use for drawing, that you for your modeling. Okay, for you to model proper. Okay, some of these tools are actually very much here. As you can see here, we have for quick we have quick draw, frame and cable. We have quick draw, frame and cable, quick draw, brace. Okay, we have for secondary beams here. We have quick we have draw rectangular area. These are all tools. Okay, so we have select that you can use for your selection. I'm going to be explaining all of that later in this training. Okay, this is where you assign your types of support. You can actually, whether it's a fixed support, whether it's a hinge support, whether it's a roller support, all of that support can be assigned. Okay, you can assign your forces and just to check for your bending moments, your shear force diagram and all. Okay, here after assigning and defining your section properties, you assign the materials. Okay, and then you will have to analyze your design because you are done with all your assigning all the properties, the sections, the materials, and then the support. Okay, then you analyze the building. You can see here we have run analysis, and then you can display here just to see how your building actually or the structure will actually behave. Okay, just to see your deformation, how it shear, and how just to check your bending and all that. Okay, and then here you do you can see for your designs. Okay, so all that being explained here. If you love what you have been seeing, okay, make sure you like this video and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel, it's actually free. Click on the bell icon so as to get a notification whenever I post videos. I post videos like this on a weekly basis, sometimes on a daily, so as to encourage as many that wants to have a deeper insight of design. Okay, make sure that you actually stay safe. Make sure that you